Hey folks, welcome back. This is Lucid and we're jumping back into our game with Lemuria, where we are led by our fearless leader, Offma Porch. And it's turn, I think, 23 in late winter in year 1 of the Ascension War. We have gotten 10 pearls. I traded away, this was Earth Gems, I think, to Pythium, and then I think this was Nature Gems to Agartha. I need pearls because I'm going to need more dusk daggers to kill these meddling pretender gods. Anyway, we have that, so we will now begin preparation for pretender god. Send that gems when you get a chance. Okay, well, I did that. I already did that, so he got them this turn. I think he just did his turn and then chance to look. And we got a pearl farm. Hell yeah! So we got that here underwater, which is quite nice because that kicks our pearl income up to 2, which means we can start doing dust daggers and other astral things semi-regularly now. So that's very nice. The Throne of Life has been claimed. Let's see who got that. Pythium. Interesting. Man, Pythium's going to be rolling in Nature Gems. They've got Mother Oak. Yeah. Okay, what next? Well, we have a bunch of battles, so let's watch them. Okay, that was unfortunate. Our 1 PD did not come through. It's only about a 10% chance. They've got to get, they got to set in. They need a couple life drain hits. They need their fear to kind of percolate a little bit. It doesn't look like that was a 10% chance, but I think it's about a 10% chance I could have held that off. Maybe like a 7 or 8%. Here we're attacking underwater. These bitches don't even know. Okay, success. Here we are attacking phlegra in turn, with just the tiniest of goon squads. Guy breaking the small lance charge. It's kind of, if you don't, you really have to counter Scaleria with thugs and mages or something. They're a little bit like elves, not Scaleria, Lemuria. They're a little bit like elves in the sense that their troops are mostly immune to normal stuff, like to normal PD. They're so efficient against PD, and they've got high mobility. So, on one hand, you kind of want a PD dump, like to protect your provinces, because you're going to get the shit rated out of you, as you're witnessing here. But on the other hand, that's expensive and ineffective. So you really need something else. You know, you really need mages, if you're phlegra. Potentially small squads of the Cyclops Warriors could work, but I think they'll get fear routed. And they don't exactly kill things tremendously quickly. Like this guy. And he's got the Cyclops sword, but, you know. Anyway. I don't know how many of them you would need to deal with a traditional Lemurian raiding party. So that was this one. Lost 4 guys, killed a bunch of PD. This is the squad that was headed on top of the southern fort. In the forest of Gilga, we actually are going to bump into Marignon. First we kill their PD, and then next we bump into Marignon, which is unfortunate. Now, it looks like we're going to get absolutely raffle stomped, but this actually turns out to be a reasonably close battle. On his side, he just has this dude who's a Holy 2. A bunch of halberdiers. But we're going to disease a lot of his guys, too, because we have these guys up in here. So yeah, they're all diseased. And the fear aura is spreading. Like, this guy's morale is 10. Okay. 8 morale. Banishments are coming down. Our ghosts are back here. Still got our dudes with the fear aura. These guys, their morale We're really hoping for a morale check, or a morale fail. Fortunately, these guys are routing. These guys are guarding commander, so they're going to hang tight, even though this squad is routed, but then my commander routes. And then my ghosts try to haul ass out of here, but that guy's getting lit up by arrows. Let's see if they get out. No, that one didn't. This ghost might make it out. So okay, we get out, but just to show how it was actually sort of close. These guys had routed. They were hauling ass off the battlefield. And so anyway, if we had routed them a little sooner, or we had more dudes, then they would have routed, and then we would have probably actually won this. So even though, I mean, we were like totally outgunned, we almost actually won this. And we killed 11 halberdiers, which is not bad. So anyway, props, guys. It was a little risky, but you know, we got to do it. Here we get attacked by phlegra with his mouflon. Send out the mouflon, and this is good. You know, he's trying to retake his cap circle. He's prioritizing provinces with resources, I think. This is a woodland, so he wants to get... so he can recruit units again, but he needs them cap resources. And then here we see phlegra rolling out in all of his might and glory. He's got these idiots here, which I'm not sure what they're scripted to cast. This guy... These guys look like... I kind of need to gym bait them, actually. I really do kind of need to gym bait them. At some point I have to bite the bullet and fight these guys. But I'd rather do it once I have more infrastructure of theirs. Anyway. Yeah, no shackled mages here, so. And then here we see the Bogarusian Snick. With their affliction resistance bless. Dealing with these pesky Agarthans who are attacking them. These Agarthans are like, not only are we not going to join the coalition of the living against Lemuria, but we rather like the dead. We kind of worship them in Agartha. And furthermore, we're going to attack the coalition of the living. So, unfortunately for them, there's a big angry snake over here. And the Maldruzina charge in. And these war shamblers are getting absolutely punished. But they're mercs. And they actually killed 8 Maldruzina, which is not bad. That's actually a lot of money. 8 times 40 is going to be 320 bucks. So, not nothing. And next up, we have Agartha attacking on top of this fort. And I think a lot of this is mercs. Though there's definitely some Agarthan troops. These are Agarthan. These are Agarthan, these are Agarthan, but all these guys in the middle are mercs. I have no idea what his bless is. Anyway, he cleans that up. And so that's it. For events, we found an Earth Gnome. We got an Unrest event. We got a Luck event. One of our Acolytes got wounded, which doesn't really matter. Chest wound. And then units have gotten younger. So, not really any good events this turn, but I can't really complain because I feel like I've had pretty damn good events so far this game. For other happenings, we've got a Palisades that finished here. So this Palisades is up with a temple in it, and of course we'll be immediately upgrading it. And then, what else? Castle finished. Castle finished. So the castle finished here. Castle finished here. This is now like come and get it. Difficult to take. Yeah, we're looking pretty solid. We're gonna go ahead and site search here with Oligar because it's a throne province. We haven't site searched any of these paths, etc., etc. Seems like a smart thing to do. And this guy is Earth Random, which is pretty nice. Our god, we're going to site search here. We're building a lab in this province. And I think we got one of these guys this turn, so that's kind of good. Our research isn't up that much, it's only 137 this turn, but it will be up more once we start committing, like once this guy commits next turn to researching. Even one of these makes a pretty noticeable dent in research. We've got this palisade coming up. I've got this guy positioned here, which actually I think I'm going to move him up this way. We're probably going to fort this very, very shortly. And then here we're going to fort this pretty soon. Private Plumpkit is... Yeah, he's going to basically walk in here. Let me see what we're doing here. Hold him to fire. This will put them so that hopefully he gets himself. He'll be in the middle of this box. And, yeah, here we go. So those guys will probably hit. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and put his cap back under siege. Now, where he moved his main army is right here. And so let's talk a little bit about what's happening. One is that Marignon has figured out, probably from scouting, that I'm butchering this guy. And rather than have me getting all the stuff, he's come into Vulture. So this is a Vulture squad. Potentially he was going to attack anyway. I did Diplo Marignon, and I was just like, yeah, you could go after phlegra. Smiley face. So we'll see. There's a very good chance he comes and tries to knock me out of this province. But we'll see. I certainly would probably just knock me out of this one. Unfortunately, this one has a lava lake. I kind of want it. So we'll see. I don't think I want to pick a fight with these guys yet. But Lemuria is okay rating. Marignon is going to have much more efficient, I think, mage answers to me than phlegra. Phlegra, I think, was just the best matchup for me in the early game. They are going to have these guys who could just do like small fire elementals, and one fire elemental behind a little bit of PD makes a huge difference. Yeah, that's probably their most budget defense. It's just one of these guys with 2 gems, and he makes 2 lesser fire elementals. Having one of those guys behind every PD would just wreck my... Now, in theory, phlegra can kind of do the same thing, because phlegra gets... they get these guys for 115, which is about the same price. So that's probably what they should have done when they knew I was going to raid. Now, they'd have... The problem is, you now have to take, like, every province you have and put a mage with a few gems in it. It drains your gem reserves, it slows your research down, you're not going to have as many mages for your main army, and if you remember, I was, like, deathballing, so he's like, put all the mages together. So, you know, there's no easy answers, but those are the types of things you have to look to do. Now, this army is probably going to come knock me off of this fort, because I've cracked this fort and I've cracked this one, as I said I would. This force is pretty weak. So what I expect he is going to do is I mean, here's the thing. Like, his moves are so predictable, but they're also kind of desperate. It's really hard for him to not send an army up here to knock people off this fort. So if he were a Jedi, he would be like, Lucid is not going to keep this army here. He's not going to storm it. He's going to just do something completely different. And, you know, if he did indeed kind of figure that out, then, well, you know, then potentially we could be in trouble. Because what that is going to mean is I'm not going to storm it. I'm just leaving one dude, one crossbowman who's all diseased up on top of this fort. Everybody else is going somewhere else. So you know, potentially he could take this army and catch one of my other squads if he anticipated where I'm going to go. Now, this army, however, is going to storm the fort. And so we're sending Scassius in along with Pendragon and about 200 other dudes. And they are just going to storm the fort right on up. So I think the first thing, and I actually need to switch the formation here. Attack rear. So yeah, this is what we've got. I think we'll just have Scassius on... Okay. Okay, we'll let him go to town. And yeah, I'd say the odds of these guys not taking it pretty small. Of course, bad things could happen, but we never know. He just doesn't... I don't think he has enough. Even a few... Like, 6 fire elementals isn't going to stop this army. We've got magic weapons, so we'll lose a lot of ghosts, but we'll kill it. Now, this army here is going to come out and go ahead and take this province. And that will... First of all, that will wreck this army. Second of all, you know, they'll be pretty well positioned to take these. Because this army we think is going to move north, we're confident enough to go ahead and move these idiots into it. Which, of course, that could obviously fail spectacularly. But in terms of the clock, it's turn 23. So we've got a bit until tyrants come out. The thing I have to figure out how to do is I need now to take this fort without him getting wise. And bumping an army into it. So what I need to do is I need him to move his army here. Then I need to move a big besieging force on top of this fort, so he feels like he must come and take his capital back. And then when he does that, I'm actually not sure if this is enough. Where are you guys going? Okay, who are the idiots? Yeah, I'll move this way now. Okay. We're going to move you guys up here. Where? Okay, so all of you guys are going here. Okay, I'm actually okay with everybody coming over here. So we've got Private Plunkett coming in here, and he's going to bless or not bless, he's going to, yeah, do an Unholy Protection casting. Let's get, what are you doing here, Private Plunkett? Nobody needs any of this garbage. All I want you to do is do Unholy Blessing and then attack closest. That's really your whole job. So he's going to do that, charge in. Now, the Jedi move would be like moving these guys back and intercepting me on his capital. And that would be painful to lose 100-something ghosts. That would send my army score graph down, which right now is not going down. So anyway, that would be a smart move. Kind of Jedi. We're going to move these guys here from this fort, from Arch Chronics. And actually, we can send more, which I think we will. Because these guys being here, what I want to do is... He's going to... Okay, so this turn, let's say he moves here. We drop on top of this fort. Right? And I take this. Next turn, I have like... I can almost have probably like 600 people on it, and he'll move back out turn after. So then he's here, and I've got like a bajillion people on his fort. Well, then I just move them all over here. This turn, fort's one turn popped, and he can't get there in one turn if he moves to defend his capital. So he does that, and then we take it, and then now we come in to have like a final battle with 1,000 undead, and I probably actually have to fight him. But in the meanwhile, I need to make some more Dusk Daggers. So we're going to do that. Yeah. We've also got a few more crossbowmen we're putting on this commander, marching out. So that's nice. And we got a gnome. I don't think these guys cost gold. Yes, that's fine. I don't really know what we're going to do with them. I guess he can come build stuff. I have pinged this before. I can't remember all what was there, but that's probably okay. This province has started. My dominion's really starting to push out. My income's kind of crashing. You can't tell because I'm raiding so much, but I mean, you can kind of tell. Look at it. We're in like the... You have to imagine like two curves here. One curve is the provinces that I got from expansion, and my income from that is like... It's been like slowly coming down, and now it's like hard coming down. And you get this like S curve, kind of. Like if you imagine the top of the S here, where it comes down like this, and then it trails off at the end. So anyway, we're at a very steep portion of the S curve right now. Even though we've been getting more provinces, so that's been making up for it. And I guess we'll continue to do that as long as it seems viable. Okay, we're done here. Here we're upgrading that. And then this fort's being upgraded, so I guess the only spots left to build forts are like up here, so we'll start kind of moving scouts over in this direction. And then you, good sir, you finished upgrading this fort. You can come over here. We'll do a quick Diplo update too. So Midgard apparently has been thoroughly trounced by everybody ganging up on him. So poor guy. We've seen this war breaking out. Apparently for Arco, Arco has attacked Gath. And I think Gath is right. Marignon. I think this is Gath. And then I think this is Atlantis. So I think it's Gath, Atlantis, yeah. So Arco apparently has attacked Gath. And I don't know how that's going to go. But if it's one of those things, the player, Gath, is Sakanay. So if somebody takes Sakanay out, I'm not going to complain. But on the other hand, if Sakanay's winning, you know, potentially I could even kind of harvest a bit of this territory for myself. Which, you know, who are we to poo-poo at free territory? So, anyway, that is the plan. Or that is the major Diplo update. Cetis, they're attacking Midgard. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how Diplo falls out. I can't think any of my neighbors, once I'm this fortified over here, are going to want to attack me. It just looks horrible. I would not want to do it. I'm 2 turns away from this one being upgraded. Yeah, we're not going to claim that turn for a while. We have gotten, we're getting another Lemurian consul. Here we've got this one we've renamed to Bobo. This will be the last consul we're going to get for a little bit. I'm going to start switching over to Grand Lemurs now. I might get one more. Might get one more. I'll probably get one more. We'll probably do another one next turn, and then that will probably be about it for consuls. So yeah. Oh, where are the sites here? God, there's no sites anywhere. Phlegra did not site search for shit. Mist swamps? Anyway, I guess it'd be good to send a death mage through here. We can probably pick up 5 or 6 death gems. Well, that is the other reason I really want to get Grand Lemurs out. I think we're going to take... I think that is correct. The reason I really want Grand Lemurs right now is to go site search. So, I think this is the last console we get for a little bit. I want to have a fair number of consoles floating around. But I think this is the last one for a bit. And then it's going to be probably about every 2 turns. 2 to 3 turns we'll get another Grand Lemur. We'll be raiding up here. This is pretty risky. This is like very high risk raid right here. Put you right here. We'll be attacking here in Bogarus land. These guys here, we don't have orders for them. This is probably pretty reasonable. Or, can these guys, how far can these guys make it over here? I think from here, no. Oh, nice, they can make it here. From here we can attack their capital. So we'll do that. I want to be more committed. Especially once we do a big fight, I'm going to need a lot of dudes. Like 800 probably. Because they're going to kill a lot. Ooh. The walls aren't going to help much. That's the one kind of decent thing. But it's going to be a painful final battle. Another thing is I've got these two guys coming together, so we're going to hand over this armor onto Sertoma, and Sertoma is going to be very, very tough with this armor. He won't have the dancing shield, but I think he'll be a little bit tougher than our other friend. And the reason I think that is because he's going to have 5 more fire protection, so he's going to be fire protection 10. Fire protection 10 renders you basically immune to lesser fire elementals. Yeah. And then he's going to have higher base protection. He's just going to be missing out on that dancing shield. But yeah. Do I have a fire thing? Any other fire things? No. So anyway, that's we've got this coming over. So there's a chance too. He baits over this way. He comes back. When he comes to take his capital after I put a boatload of dudes, I can do the same swap I did with Valik. I just do it with this guy. And that will basically serve as a gym bait. The thing I have to worry about a little bit is he probably has some of my dusk daggers. Let's see if he put any of these dusk daggers on anybody. I didn't check his god too. Like dancing shield, yeah, there's the dancing shield. This god's gonna be much harder to kill now. I don't really see any dusk daggers. But you can see a lot of these guys have fire gems, getting ready for the fire elementals. But that's basically what we're dealing with here. So I have to see. I don't know if we're going to send Sertoma in. The main risk there is dust daggers. How many people are we going to have coming in? Not even that many. It's only going to be 150. So, but I'm going to have a lot nearby. We're going to have 115 here. Here we're going to have 150. Here we're going to have 100. Here we're just going to be Sertoma. Here we're just going to have these guys. You know, if we do have a final massive fight, I probably do want to have these archers here. The risk of moving these archers here is they can be picked off by, like, a Jedi move would be moving here to take this, because he knows I'm not going to actually try to raid it. You guys are moving here. It's a pretty big goon squad. Anyway, I think that's it. So, oh, hello. You need to research. You can find spirits. Okay, I think that's it, guys. See you next time.